Feels better than a sweet poison.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Sports Guys. Yes, right here on Paco Rich Studios. Okay, so we have a crucial game coming up. When I say we have, I mean the Black Stars of Ghana have a crucial game coming up in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, and that's against Mali. And we are traveling all the way to Bamako to take on the Eagles of Mali. A crucial game coming up. I have my brother Penty here helping me doing the discussion.
Yeah,
Charlie Penty. Charlie, what's up?
Yeah, another episode again.
Yeah, another episode.
Interesting one.
All right, let me say a big shout out going out to all the sports guys.
Yeah, the sports guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That is important.
Yeah, very, very important. All right, so a crucial game coming up in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. We are traveling all the way to Bamako to take on Mali.
A big game indeed.
Yeah.
Looking at the way both teams have been playing recently, it's a bit of a mismatch in terms of quality. And the Blasters haven't been at their best so far.
Yeah.
And coming from a horrible AFCON tournament, as well as I think a poor international break the last time where we played Uganda and Nigeria in those friendly games.
Yeah.
I think Otuado has a huge task at hand. He needs to improve the way the team plays. And I think this is a big game as well because of the nature of the game itself. It's a World Cup qualifier, and Ghana is looking forward to qualify for yet another global showpiece in the US. So I think it's going to be a big one.
All right. So let's look at the players to watch, right? Let's begin from the Black Stars, our own Black Stars.
Yeah.
We have the return of Thomas Teipati. What do you make of his return to the setup?
It's a very good addition that we have in the midfielder. He has been phenomenal for Arsenal this season, even though he has been out for a very long time through injury. He has lived up to the expectations of many. He has played so well for the Gunners this season, but coming to the Black Stars, he hasn't been consistent because of the injuries that he had. We didn't see much of him at the AFCON, as well as we didn't see him during the international friendly. So, and during those periods as well, we've seen that the team hasn't been playing well. We are missing such the leadership and the experience he brings on board in that midfield. So I think that Thomas Partey is a very, very important player for
the Black Stars.
The last time Otuado was in charge, I think for us to qualify for the World Cup, we had to go to Nigeria to play that crucial game in Nigeria, in Abuja, if I'm not mistaken. That game was played. We saw what Thomas Partey did. He was very crucial. He got the goal.
The winning goal.
It wasn't the winning goal, but it was a winning goal.
It's a winning goal for us.
For us, it's the winning goal. Yeah, for us, the winning goal. You know, the game ended in a draw, but we managed to qualify to the showpiece in Qatar. So I think that looking at the contributions he brings on board, he's a crucial player for us. And I think going forward, we need to count on him, and we hope he stays fit. And,
of course, the fitness is a key. Is a key in there. All right. So another player we should look at for again also is Mohamed Kudus.
Yeah,
the star boy.
Our very own star boy has a phenomenal, fantastic season. So far in the Premier League, a debut season as well for the Ghanaian international. So I think he has really, really performed very well for his club side, which is West Ham. And I hope and pray that he brings the same vein of form to the Black Stars. And we've seen it over some period now. That he has been the main man. Looking at the AFCON, he scored 2 goals against Egypt, and that was brilliant. Even though he missed the first game, he has been a phenomenal part of this team at the AFCON. And looking at how Otuado is trying to inject in these young lads into the team, leaving out experienced players and old dudes like Andrea, I think this will be the opportunity for the likes of Kudus to make a name for themselves. So I think that it's sad that we didn't see him in the first 2 games of the return of Otuado, which is the friendly game against Uganda and as well as Nigeria. He was out injured, so we didn't see him in that setup. So I think this will be the first time playing under Otuado since he returned.
He returned from injury.
So I think that now we would like to see more from how he integrates these players into his setup and how he utilize them so that he can benefit the team, because most people really want to see the role that these guys play in the Black Stars. Most of the times when they go to their club team, they do very well, but when they come to the Black Star, we don't see much of them. So I think that Otuado has a huge task
ahead of him.
Yes, a very huge one ahead. And I think determining the position that even he plays in this team will have a huge role and impact on the player and the team in general. So I would suggest if he can play Kudus more of an attacking player, that will help us score more goals.
All right. So don't you think the return of these players also brings some kind of stability in the team? Because we were missing them previously, but now they are back. The return of Thomas Teyepate, the return of Mohamed Kudus, and a couple of players in there. Now there's stability in the team. We should be able to beat Mali, if not beat Mali, at least pick up a good result in Bamako. But especially if you pick up a draw, it's not going to be that really good for the Black Stars, because our previous results were bad.
Yeah, really bad. We just got 3 points out of a possible 6. Yeah, that was really poor, because I mean it's poor because of the opposition we face.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you face those two opposition, you expect to do more, and I think that going to Bamako, we need to get a win. It's a win for us that will make us qualify out of the group and also be able to have a good chance for qualifying for the showpiece in the USA. So I think that looking at the game itself, you could clearly see that Malians are the favorite side. The Malians have been brilliant so far. They scored the Spy Girls 2-0 in that friendly game they played. So you could clearly see that they are very, very good, and the way they are playing, there'll be a tough nut to crack for the Black Stars.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's look at the players to watch for the Mali national team, right? We have a certain player called Amadou Hadara. Good player.
Yeah, Amadou Hadara.
He really did well even in the recent AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, he has been one of those key players for the Malian setup. The Eagles have been brilliant so far. For the past 2 years, they have been brilliant, but it says that they've not been able to clinch any title or go to any major cup final, which is the AFCON. Yes. So, looking at these young lads, they have Yves Bissouma who will be missing, but Hadara has been phenomenal for this team. Yeah. And I think that in that midfield, he adds a lot in terms of great power, determination, and a lot of ball retention in that midfield, and it's going to be very difficult for the Black Stars. But I think that if we have Thomas Partey and Mohamed Kudus, brilliant players who can hold these players on, we can do something. But they have a huge threat there in Amadou Hadara.
So what about Sinayoko, another good player for the Mali national team? Sinayoko, who plays for Auxerre in the French league.
Now they've qualified with the likes of Gideon Mensah, who plays for Auxerre, and Elisa Aosu and Sinayoko. They've now qualified to the French League 1. So we will see a lot of them next season in the French League 1. But Sinayoko has been phenomenal for Z this season. He has had a lot of games which he has proven that he's the main man for Z. And I think he'll bring that experience to this Malian setup when they face Ghana. I think he'll be one of those players that, as a striker, he'll bring a lot on board. As a striker, he can be those players that would get the goals for the Malians. If care is not taken, he can get the goals for the Malian side. So I think that Sinayoko, even at the AFCON, he proved himself. He did so well at the AFCON, scoring a lot of goals. And I think Sinayoko is that guy.
So let's look at the missing players for both sides, right? A good player in person of Yves Bissouma is missing for this Malian team. And also, in regards to the Black Stars, Captain Andre Ayew is also missing. But don't you think these two players missing for both team is going to be a problem for them?
Yeah, with regards to Andre Ayew, some may say it's a blessing in disguise, but even if he's in the team, I don't think he will start. So I don't think he will be a big miss for the Black Stars. But at the flip side of it, you look at the Malian side, I think they would eventually miss Yves Bissouma because he's a young lad. He gives in his best week in week out for Spurs in the English Premier League.
Yeah.
So he coming to the national team, he hasn't been consistent in the setup. I think that the Malian head coach hasn't really integrated him to the setup very well because of the injury situation he faces a lot of time. But you wouldn't say that he's not a key player for this Malian side. If he's in a team, he definitely makes a difference. And I think that Yves Bissouma will be a big miss for the Malian national team.
All right. So lineup for both clubs or both teams. Let's look at the Black Stars of Ghana and how we are going to set up against the Eagles of Mali. So in goal posts, Lawrence Atizigi or Joseph Olakot, who will you go for?
I'll go for Atizigi because of the recent experience and the consistency.
Yeah. Okay, so back for Tariq Lamptey, Alexander Jiku in there, Mohamed Salisu and Gideon Mensah, a good back four for.
Yeah, definitely. I'll go for those two pairs. But some people may also suggest a 3-back system. But looking at the way Otuado has been playing, he prefers a 4-back system. So I think it will be a 4-2-3-1. Yeah. So that 4-back, Jiku and Mo Salisu will be a very good pair. And introducing Tariq Lamptey in the mix as well will be a very good one because he is now back fit, and I think he'll pose a threat to the Malian side. But
with Tariq Lamptey and Aliou Desedi, who would you prefer?
I'll definitely go with Tariq Lamptey
ahead of Aliou Desedi.
Yeah, because he is very good. He has the energy, tenacity.
When he goes forward, he poses some
he poses a huge threat to the opposition's defense. But some people may question his defensive capabilities as well. But looking at the way both teams are playing at this point, we need a win. So we need to pose a lot of attacking threats. So I think I'll go with Tariq Lamptey.
Okay. So Thomas Partey returns, captains the side actually in the midfield with Salis Abdul Samed. Good two pivots.
Yeah, there are two good midfield partnerships in there. I think that looking at Salis Abdul Samed, he hasn't been consistent this season for Lens, and coming to the Black Stars, so a lot of people question his performances these days. So I think looking at Abdul Salis Ahmed itself, there's a lot of questions about him, and I will not start him. I wouldn't start Abdul Salis Ahmed. I would rather go for Elisha Wusu
ahead of Samed.
Yeah, in certain circumstances.
That's a big call from you.
Yeah, a big call. But I just prefer Elisha Wusu.
No. So for me, I would prefer Salis. Salis has been doing so well when it comes to the Black Stars. In the middle of the Black Star setup, Salis is the main guy. When Thomas Partey wasn't around, he's the guy.
But if you talk about experience in the Black Star, Salis has played more games than Elisha Wusu. So definitely you have a point there. But looking at consistency and bringing up his A game, I don't see him doing that in the last games that we've played. He has been a little bit sloppy, but. I'm not a head coach though, but for me,
don't you think that sloppiness was due to the absence of key players like Thomas Partey in the setup? Because
you have a point.
We've seen Salis play well when Thomas Partey is in the midfield.
Okay, you have a good point there, but Salis this season has not been consistent for even his club side.
Okay,
he has been sitting out on the bench a lot lately, so I would probably prefer another partnership. If like you have Ashimeru who would have been available, I would have chosen Thomas Partey and Ashimeru. Then maybe Kudus up front. But
okay, let's see how it goes. Mohamed Kudus will play in front of them, so it's going to be a 3-mid.
Obviously Mohamed
Kudus will play in front of them, and so he will play as the number 10 in there. And our front three, we're looking at Fatau Isaku also returns from Leicester City.
Fatau Isaku returns.
Had an impressive season with Leicester City.
Very, very impressive season with Leicester City. He really did well, scoring hat-tricks here and there, playing alongside Jamie Vardy, scoring goals. Fantastic season for the young lad, and he played more of a defensive role as well for the team, tracking back, doing so well. And I think that he would be that guy. I think we should start him because he has energy. We should start Fatau Isaku with the form he has now. We should start Fatau Isaku, and he'll be able to help the team.
Now, we have a certain player in Osman Ibrahim. Do you prefer him to start ahead of a player like Kamaldeen Sulemana in there?
Yeah, with the consistent one, Osman Ibrahim is a good shotter. Looking at picking Osman Ibrahim ahead of.
We have Enes Nuama in there. Osman Bukhari also in there. So we have a couple of good players in that position who could also fit. Osman Bukhari, Osman Ibrahim, Kamadin Suleimana, and also Kamadin Suleimana and Osman Ibrahim. So these players. So who will you prefer to start?
With Osman Ibrahim, the only problem he has is inexperience when it comes to the Black Stars. I'm not sure he has even had his debut yet.
Yeah.
So putting him in such a crucial game will be really dicey. I think the coach might even go for Jordan Ayew. The coach might even go for Jordan Ayew, but I would prefer Enes Nyama. Enes
Nyama in that setup. Okay. Yeah. All right. And of course, our leading striker will be Semenyo. Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo will be leading the line.
And I think he's the right man to lead the line.
Oh yeah.
With Bana and Thomas Asante in the team now, he has another player to fight for the spot with. So I think starting Osman Semenyo, obviously he had a good season in Bournemouth as well. So definitely he's that guy who we would like to see more in the Black Star setup. So I just think that he's that guy that we have to start.
Okay. All right. So quick one on the lineup for the Malians. The names in there, Charlie. It will be easy. So go post. We have Mamadou Samassa, Dauda Gundo, Mudibo Sanya. Look, we can't mention all the names because the names are long.
But as you can see on the screen.
So as you can see on the screen, of course.
You have it on the screen.
So we have Abubakar Kayute who plays for Crystal Palace.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not in the Crystal Palace game. Let's move on to Amadou Haidara, who is a very key player for them. Plays for Leipzig. He has been phenomenal this season, and I think we have Sinayoko in there in the striking department, and Bilal Traore, plays for Atalanta, and they just won the European Europa League trophy with Atalanta. So these are some of the players that to look out for, and I think they will pose a huge threat to the setup.
All right, so tactical approach for the Black Stars ahead of Mali.
We just need to approach the game with a lot of aggressiveness and get the win. I don't like this attitude of us going to games and defending and waiting for the opposition to score before we come at them. There has to be that sense of urgency. We need it more. And I think we deserve a victory in Bamako. And I think that has to be the approach. We have to look at us winning the game and qualifying for the World Cup. It's not about... the coach has one aim in Bamako, win the game. Because if you don't win this game, I don't think you have chances of qualifying. But I'm just sad that the last time the coach had the presser, he was saying that winning games, victories are not... he's talking about playing well instead of winning games.
Instead of winning games and playing well. Sometimes it's about playing well, it's not about winning games. Winning games, you have to win the games.
You need the victory, so you need to celebrate.
You need to celebrate. All right, so you guys out there, you can also bring your predictions in. But then Penny, go to you before I come to viewers for the prediction. Your prediction for?
The viewers, their prediction, leave it in the comments section.
Comments, of course.
But my prediction for the game, I think 2-1 in favor of the Black Stars.
In favor of the Black Stars.
That would be a good result for us. And I think that would be a good result coming back to Ghana to play Central African Republic.
Okay, now you are talking because you're a Ghanaian. But on paper, wait. That scoreline is because you're a Ghanaian. But on paper, who do you think? What do you think on paper? Your scoreline?
There's no on paper scoreline.
For me, Michael,
listen. You're wearing a Black Star JC.
I'm wearing a Black Star. I want to be real here. Look, we are doing a tactical analysis on the game, right? For me, on paper, I see a draw. On paper, in Bamako, I see a draw.
Okay,
for the
that is your prediction.
That's my
prediction. I think we'll win the game.
Oh yeah, that's my prediction. But hey, the viewers, you can also drop your predictions in our comment section and see how the game goes in Bamako for the Black Stars.
Yeah, but we hope the Black Stars win and qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah, of course.
I think those are blame Mali away in terms of all the games. That is our most difficult game. Because playing Mali is the most tough, like the toughest team in the group. So going away, that was when the draw came. Going away to Bamako would have been the toughest game. But sad enough, we lost to Comoros in their home ground. So I think That was a really bad
so don't you, now it's like now there's pressure on the team to we actually win in Bamako.
Yes.
Because if we don't win, then I don't see us qualifying for the 2026 World Cup.
We'll qualify.
We'll qualify.
Yeah, we'll qualify.
But another nice episode of
Sports
Guys, right? Sports Guys. So please do all to subscribe. Push the notification button there. And big shout outs going into Paco Rich Studios. We out.
It's better than a sweet poison.